Hello, everybody. This is the Unit 2 test review. So we're going to start with number 1. This is just a one-step equation. So when I solve these, what I ask myself is, what operations do I see? And then I want to do those operations inversely. So in this problem, I see a plus 4. So that tells me that I need to subtract 4 from both sides. Both sides of the equal sign is what I'm talking about. So once on the left, once on the right. On the left, -4 plus 4 is 0, so I'm just left with x. And 12 minus 4 gives me 8. This is solving an equation because I got the variable isolated. I got the variable alone. So going on to number 2, again, what do I see? What operations do I see? 5 and y are touching each other. They're right next to each other, so that means multiplication. And the inverse of multiplication would be division. Again, on both sides of the equal sign, I'm dividing by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, leaving me with just y, and 20 divided by 5 gives me 4. Number 3, now I have a two-step equation. Not only do I see addition, I also see multiplication. So I'm going to do the inverse of both of those. First, though, I'm going to subtract the 4 from both sides. Then I'm left with 2v is equal to 10 minus 4 is 6. Last, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 because I see multiplication by 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. Look how I'm showing all my work nice and neat. Everything is lined up. Boxing in my answer. Again, in number 4, I have a two-step equation. So I am going to subtract 5 from both sides to start, both sides of the equal sign. 5 minus 5 is 0, so I'm left with 2/5 w, and then 15 minus 5 is 10. Now the inverse of 2 over 5 is 5 over 2. I'm going to multiply both sides by 5 over 2. So why does that happen? Let's look at our numerator. 5 times 2 gives me 10. And 2 times 5 also gives me 10. 10 divided by 10 gives me 1. So these 5 cancel, these 2 cancel, and I'm just left with w. That's what I want. I want the variable alone. I want it isolated. Now 10, we all know, is really just 10 over 1. So multiplying my fractions, I got multiply my numerators, multiply my denominators. 10 times 5 is 50. 1 times 2 is 2. And 50 divided by 2 is 25. Okay, number 5. A little more complicated here. When I first look at this problem, what I notice is I've got an a here and I've got an a here. I've got an a on both sides of my equation. So after I distribute, I'm going to need to get my a's together on one side and my constants together on the other side. So I see these parentheses right here, which mean to distribute, which mean to multiply. So I'm going to multiply here 2 times 6a is 12a. Sorry, I got to plug in my laptop. It's about to die. And then, you ready? You ready? Okay. Goodness gracious. Oh no. Hold on. I got to pause it. No. Sorry.